Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this part I will be solving the challenge called symmetric difference. So let's get inside and see the description. You can see here it is written objective is to learn about new data type called sets. So sets you are already aware of if you are from mathematics background, or if you had any sort of mathematical experience, then you might be aware of sets. But still it has given the description here about sets. So concept is if the input are given on one line separated by characters, the delimiter which is so you use split to get the separated values in the form of list, which we have already used it, right? Split statement we have used it before. Delimiter could be of ASCII 32 by default, and to specify that the delimiter what you use is string dot split, and inside the inverted comma you put the delimiter. And for this channel we'll be needing this for this challenge, and in general on a hacker rank space will be delimiter. So if mostly what you'll see is delimiter will be the space instead of this comma. And you can see a small users here. So if you will take the input and store it in A, and it is space separated, just like 5 space 4 space 3 space 2, you can use split, string dot split, string is A, and you can store it in list and print it. You will see this is how it will look like. Okay, so it has separated the given input from spaces. Wherever there is space, it has separated, and it has made separate elements of it. Okay, and they are by default in string form. So if you want them in integer forms, so what you have to do is mapping, map each and every element of this list into integer type. That is what it is doing. Map int comma list. This is what it is doing, and again you are forming a list of it. So you are having this 5 4 3 2. Okay, so mapping will convert each of the element of list. Each element means this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy into integer, and then again form a list of it. So now you are having integer type elements. Same thing are there, but now they have been converted from string to int. So sets are, what are sets? Sets are unordered collection of unique values. A single set that contains value of immutable data type. Immutable means you can't change it, not changeable, and it will be there, means time being, for the time being, until and unless you will do some modification. So sets are unordered. Okay, they are unordered. Now there are some examples on sets, what you can do with them. So you can create, first of all, we are creating a name called, and you can do it in multiple ways. You can see 3 ways are stated here. The first way is to directly assign the value to the sets. So you have directly assigned 1 and 2, and you made a curly braces and you stored it in my set name. Okay, variable. So set is represented by this curly braces. So that's the difference between a list, this is square bracket, and curly bracket, between a list and this sets. Another way of initializing is this set in bracket you can do. This is the way of initialize. And another way is to directly feed the value. Okay, so you have a list, and you have directly given inside the bracket, and you call the set. This is another way of doing it. So that is how it will look like when you will do this. So the difference between this and this is you are not giving the values in the above. Next thing you can do is to modify set. So you can use add function. So here you can see my set dot add C. So previously it had A and B, so now you are adding C, and now your set looks like ACB. So remember, it is unordered collection. That is why it is randomly storing it any position. Now here you can see, if you will add the A which is already available in your set, what this will do is it will do nothing, right? So because it is already available. Then you can also form a tuple and store it in your set. So here you can see 5 and 4 is your one element now. Okay, similarly you can use update it is doing the same thing. Either you can use add or either you can use update. These two are same. You can use update and you can directly feed like this 1 2 3 4, directly a list you can feed inside this, and you have now 1 2 3 4 randomly arranged on top of this same set. Okay. You can also add like this with curly braces. You can add in list form, or you can update in sets form. Okay, 1 7 8 both will do the same. Or third way is to do in both the ways. You can add set in set way, this is the set way, and also in list way together. So now you have this list set. Okay. Then comes removing. You can use discard and remove, both will do the work. So it will take a single argument input inside this bracket and remove that value from the set. And if that value is not present, discard will do nothing, but if if you are using remove, it will raise an error, key error. Okay, what this means is if the difference between discard and remove. So discard will do nothing if the set has if set is not having that value, but remove will raise an error. Okay. So here you can see discard 10 from the set, this set. So it will not do anything because 10 is not available inside this, right? 10 is not available, it will not do anything. But if you will remove 13, this will remove 13 from this. Here you can see 13 is not available. So basically it is not raising an error here that 10 is not available in your set. Next is common set operation. So this operations you might be knowing if you know about sets. Union, intersection, difference. So here you have a set A, then you have set B. Elements are 2 4 5 9 and 2 4 11 12. Now if you will do union A union B, it will take the elements from both. Okay, 2 4 5 9 11 12. So it has taken all the elements, and repetition it has not considered. Okay, only one time it has taken all the values which are available in A and B. You call it as A plus B as well in set theory. Then you have intersection. A intersection B means the values which are not existing in A and B, that will be taken. The values which exist in both A and B, that will be taken. So 2 and 4 are available in A and B as well. So only those are taken. 5 and 9 is only available in A. 11 and 12 are only available in B. They are not available in both. That is why only 2 and 4 has been taken. Then you have something called difference. Okay, difference is important because we will be using this. A difference B means values which present in A but not in B. Okay, which is available in A but not in B. You can see 2 and 4 is available in A and it is also available in B. So 2 and 4 will not come, and 11 and 12 is only available in B. It is not available in A. So the answer will be 5 and 9. You can see here. Why? Because it is available in A and not in B. Clearly you can see 2 and 4 is available here and 5 and 9 is not available here. That is why 5 and 9 has been taken. Okay, then comes the symmetric method. So your union and intersection are symmetric method. Means if you do A union B and if you do B union A, both of them are equal. You can see here true it is returning. Similarly, if you have A intersection B and B intersection A, both will be equal, right? Here you can see it is returning true. So it is checking. This statement is checking whether left hand side is equal to right hand side. Similarly, but third thing, if you will see difference operation, A minus B if you do, A difference B, and B minus A if you do, and if you check whether they are equal or not, you will get false. So it is not a symmetric method. Difference is not a symmetric method. So you have built-in data structures in Python. You can go and check out the page. The description, everything is given to you here, although we are not interested in that. Now what is our task? All this theory is about sets and what you can do with sets. Now what is our task? will be given two integers m and n. We have to print their symmetric difference in ascending order. The term symmetric difference indicates those value, this is important, those values that exist in either m or n but not in both. Okay, so we have to print those values only which either exist in m or n but does not exist in both. So let's do that, and the input will be given in this fashion. So they will be giving input line, first line of input that will give the value of m. Similarly, third line will give the value of n, and second and fourth line will give you the space separated integers. So for example, here you can see this is the value of m and these are the integers space separated, then the value of n and space separated values of integers for n. What you will be doing is, this is the size of your set A, and the elements, this will become the elements of A, this is the size of n, this one, and this will become the elements of B. You can see that is the meaning, that is the function of your input, and the output you have to give in the form of symmetric difference integer in ascending order, one per line. So every line you have to give, not in single line. So let's see the output here. You can see so A is having this, B is having this. You have to print those elements which are not which are only in A and B, not in both. So you will print 5, 9 and 11, 12, and one per line you have to print. So 5, 9, 11 and 12, and you can see they are in ascending order, 5 then 9 then 11 then 12, so increasing order. That is what you have to do. Phew, so it took a lot of time to just explain it. So let me change it to dark mode, and let me change it to Python 3, and we are not given with any code. I'll switch it to full screen, and here we are. So I'll remove this comment. First thing, I'll take the input, okay, input, and I'll convert into integer type because it is of string type, like this. So m is equal to, now I have set, so I'll call it as list, and I'll have input, and delimiter we'll be using input dot split, right, space separated it is. Now what we have to do is, they are in string form and but we want them into integer form. So what we have seen here, you can see this statement we can use, we can write new list, right, it will map the list into integer type and it will form the list again. Now same thing we have to do for n. Control C I'll do, and then Control V here, and I'll change the names. This will be n, and this will be list 2, this is list 1, so this will be list 2, this will be list 1, and this will be list new list 2. Okay, now we have our so I'll show you the difference. I mean, here I can print list 1 comma new list, okay, so that you will see that they are different. So list is having string type, here you can see these are of string type, but new list is of integer type. Okay, so I'll remove this, and same thing is happening with n. Now okay, what we can do is, we can directly take the input here, right, so I can take cut here, I'll paste it. So in that way I don't have to define this extra variable. Same thing I can do with this guy as well, it will save the variable. And you know what, I'll call them, instead of new list I'll call them A and B, A and B. This is what we are dealing in examples, right? So I'll remove this and I'll call B. So now it is fine. This is doing the same thing. We can print A and B, so that I can show you A comma B. Run it. and you can see 2 4 5 9 you are getting 2 4 5 9, and 2 4 11 12, 2 4 11 12 we are getting. They are both in integer form. So now what do we have to do? Yeah, we have to define the set, right? Define a set, and I'll save it in A only. Set, I will give the value, and you can see we can define the set in this way. See, set, inside that we are fully providing the list here. So what we can do is, we don't have to do the mapping actually. We can still do that. Is okay. Never mind. So A and B, I'll pass A here, and B equal to set B. Now let me print A and B. So you will see, instead of square bracket you will have curly braces. You can see, okay, 9 2 4 5, and they are now unordered. Set is unordered, right? And 2 11 4 12, 2 11 4 12, 2 4 9 5. So unordered they are now. Now what we have to do is, we have to play around with A and B, so that we will get the elements which are available in A and B but not in both. So I'll use difference. Let me define a variable temp1 is equal to A dot difference B. So it will have the elements which are available in B and not in available in A and not in B. Let me do the same thing for B minus A, and I'll store it in second temporary variable. Okay, here I'll do B minus A. So you will see it will have the elements which are available in B but not in A. Let me print it so that you can see. Print temp 1 comma temp 2. Let me run it. So you have 9 and 5 and 11 and 12. See that 2 and 4 is available in both, that is why it has not taken. So temp 1 is taking 9 and 5, temp 2 is taking 11 and 12. Now we want the union of both, right? Sum of both. So what I'll do is, I'll do temp dot union, and I'll do this, and I'll save it to some variable C. Okay, temp union, temp 1 union temp 2, and I'll print C, so that you will see it is joined. Run code. What is happening? Okay, so now it is joined 9 11 12 5, but we want them in sorted manner. So what I'll do is, C is equal to, I'll save in C only, and I'll use something called sorted, which will sort the element. So it can sort, I'll sort C only, but it can sort in ascending or descending both order. So for that, what I'll use is what do you call, reverse? I think reverse is equal to true. Let me call it true. So color will change if you will mess up with your spelling. Okay, here you can see two arguments, one the one which I have to sort, and we have to give the way it has to be sorted. If I'll print true, if I'll give true, okay, I have not printed it, right? No, not printed it. So let me print C now. Print C. So what this will do is it will or not correct, it's C. So you can see it is converted into list, and so it is basically for list and set, but the output you will get in list set form, list form. And here you can see it is arranged in descending order, but we want in ascending order. So what you do is, you change this true to false. Remember, first letter is capital. So now if you will print, you will get the result. Okay, 5, 9, 11, 12. But we don't want to print in this fashion. We have to print in each line. So let me take a for loop. For I in C, and you print I tab, print I, but you end with /n. /n means next line. And let's run the code. So you have your answer. Sample test 0 and 1 is passed. Okay, and I can zoom out a bit so that you can see our whole code, and I'll remove the spaces, not required. So this is the code. Okay, so first we have taken the m input, and then we have taken the value of a's, elements of a, then you have value of n, then you have elements of b, then you converted them into set, you took the difference stored in temp1 and temp2, taken the union, sorted it, and then printed in every line. Let's run it. It's same thing. So sample test case is passed. We can submit. And you can see all the test cases are passed. So congratulations. Okay, so we have done it. Now I'll move on to the next challenge.